Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including DirecTV reaches a deal with Disney that will not only bring Disney streaming services to DirecTV customers, much like Spectrum is doing with their customers, but will, according to the joint press release between the two companies, allow it to release smaller, cheaper packages of channels for things like sports, entertainment, and news. A lot to unpack there. We'll tell you what's happening, but that's a game changer. We also have a little look deeper into DirecTV and Dish having merger talks. Now, we did a video on that over the weekend about the breaking news from Bloomberg that there was active talks right now between the two companies to merge. I'll tell you what we know. And Fubo's antitrust lawsuit against Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery has a court date pending a potential appeal, though I suspect the appeal is not going to go anywhere for now. We'll see. These stories and a whole lot more are coming right up. If you want to learn more about anything I'm about to talk about, check out the show notes and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story so you can read them for yourself and hopefully come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube will recommend our videos to more people. It really does help. With that said, let's dive into it. Not an hour and a half or so later after I posted my news video on Saturday about Dish and DirecTV merging, where I talked about the Disney blackout, DirecTV and Disney reached a deal. It's the tough thing about YouTube News and other places. It's hard to update these videos after they're live. But very interesting things in the press release. Some of this we're going to have to wait and see how it plays out. Now with this, it's exactly what they've been talking about for a while, that Disney linear channels are returning to DirecTV, already live at the time of this recording. Access to ESPN's streaming news service coming up, and Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus will be bundled into DirecTV. We'll see if there's a price hike. When this happened with Spectrum, there was a price hike. Of course, DirecTV just did a price hike announcement, so we'll see. But the real important thing here is that they also agreed that genre-specific bundles, that there'll be new packages curated with just focus on channels for sports, entertainment, kids and family content, and more. We'll see how that breaks out. Question mark? Right now, we don't know the pricing. We don't know what channels are included. Of course, they probably need to go get deals with other channel providers to do this, but getting Disney on board is a huge first step to it. We could still be very far away from these packages actually becoming a reality if you're looking for anything but just Disney channels. Of course, maybe that means you could get an ESPN-only package just from DirecTV. We'll see how that plays out. But with this, DirecTV kind of got everything they wanted. I'm sure there's some give and take in the background, probably related to how much money that costs them. We'll see what that does with the price of DirecTV. But DirecTV said they wanted flexibility in how they can bundle channels. They wanted to get the streaming services bundled into DirecTV. And they got that. And one thing that I didn't even expect is the new ESPN upcoming streaming service will have access at no additional cost. A little question mark, why? You know, if you already have DirecTV, just log into the ESPN app. But we'll see how that plays out. Maybe there's more to that service than we know. This is a huge win for consumers in principle and the idea of it. Now we get into the nitty-gritty, right? What's the price of these? What channels are included? A sports-only streaming package sounds great. What's the price? Sounds great. What's the channels? And that's where we're going to have to wait and see. Like I said, a lot of this probably still depends on them getting deals with other content providers to allow this. Having a big win from Disney sets a precedent that other providers may be forced to do if they want to deal with DirecTV, still one of the largest providers of TV in the United States. We'll keep a close eye on this, but let me know. What do you think of this deal? Do you think is it good for consumers or bad? I think it's good for consumers. In principle, the devil's in the details, as they say, so we're going to have to wait and see. Speaking of that, DirecTV and Dish are out there looking to merge. Now, I don't think this necessarily changes much. DirecTV and Dish are both being particularly hit hard with cord cutting. As increasingly internet options come to more and more people, satellite services are becoming increasingly a thing of the past. And that's why DirecTV is aggressively promoting it as a streaming service. They would rather you not get their satellite version and pay the exact same price for their streaming version, DirecTV via internet. They have DirecTV via satellite, the traditional satellite service. That's who I had as my final provider before I canceled cable TV, or satellite TV in this case, and became a cord cutter. To just go and get the DirecTV streaming, which is basically the DirecTV stream, but through their own hardware with the packages and fees and the like of DirecTV satellite. I predict that this merger is more likely than it was even a year ago. Even with this Disney deal, I still think it's very likely that both companies will try to push this through because, let's be honest, they're facing very real risk of not being able to continue as millions of customers are canceling both companies every year. That's not sustainable as the growth of cord cutting continues. We'll keep a close eye on this, but with combined the satellite industry shrinking, internet becoming more widely available, even if you live in rural areas, Starlink and soon Amazon and other companies are offering high-speed internet. It'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, let's jump forward to Fubo's antitrust trial against Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery, where they're suing to block the Venue sports streaming service that would offer a way to bypass them and get your sports channels directly from these companies. Gets a trial date for 2025. Will commence on October 6, 2025, the lawsuit. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, Fubo has promised that they intend to release and get their hands on a lot of stuff from Discovery, where Disney and these other companies will be forced to hand over internal private documents. And like we talked about last week, they want to release the contracts that they're being forced to agree to in order to get these channels. We'll see. Of course, there's an appealing process. I think that appeal is unlikely, but I've been shocked before. But I think it's unlikely that appeal will actually be successful. We'll keep a close eye on it, but trial date now set for late 2025. All right, if you are a Google TV customer, you can now search the Roku channel directly in the Google feed main search. One of the best things about Google TV is a very powerful search feature that, based on what services that you ask it to recommend, you ask for a movie or television show and it'll say, hey, it's available on Netflix, Hulu, and now the Roku channel. The Roku channel joins a growing list of free services in this recommendation system that allows you to go and recommend or get recommendations for popular movies and television shows, where to watch it, both paid and free. It's good to see the Roku channel joining that, as it's one of the largest free ad-supported streaming services out there with a growing amount of original exclusive content. All right, if you've been waiting for ATSC 3.0 to join, the future of it is definitely in doubt. I did a video last week on it. I had a lot of questions about that. Should you be waiting to get ATSC 3.0? Since it's in doubt, there's lawsuits and patents, and people and TV manufacturers seem to be backing off from the new over-the-air TV standard as they consider what's happening. If you get a good deal on a tuner, I would do it. For now, the future is unknown, but this is going to take some time in court for us to know. ATSC 3.0 is live in most of the country now. I would say go ahead and take advantage of it. But there's definitely a risk of this being a failed launch, much like HD DVDs. Anybody remember those? Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the future. But I wouldn't necessarily wait. And if you're interested in it and you want it, go ahead and get it. You can definitely take advantage of it right now. With that, though, if you have a question, leave me a comment. Start off with a question for Luke. I'll try to answer it in the questions or here in the video. All right, if you are a Netflix customer watching on older iPhones, iPads, and we're talking some pre-old ones here, you will not be able to get future updates, and eventually it will stop working as Netflix has ended support for iOS 16. If your device is not capable of upgrading to iOS 17, you're going to be losing support very soon. If you want to see what devices are impacted by this, check out our story down below and in the first pinned comment. And lastly, Pluto TV added 6 channels last week. Some Spanish channels and other ones were added. If you want to find a full list, check out the link in the show notes or to Pluto TV and watch Cord Cutters News. The website, we post regularly about new channels coming to free ad-supported streaming services. All right, that's it for today. I'm going to stop while my voice is still good. My voice has definitely returned over the weekend. Thank you to everybody for the kind words last week, as I had a little bit of laryngitis. Just between, I think, my allergies, maybe a mild cold, and going to a football game, I just kind of totally lost my voice. It took me a while to get it back, and I'm very happy I did. Thank you to everybody for the kind words, messages about that. I'm feeling a whole lot better now. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for your support. Check out our videos over the weekend. We had several videos, including a new look at Google TV's free streaming service with over 150 live channels. Check it out on our channel. We have that video posted yesterday. Until then, or until next time, I should say, take care. Be safe. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Take care, everybody.